Hi, this is Cody Thomas from GlassRenu. Welcome to the second episode of Restoration Revolution. Today's topic is going to be taking out deep damage from the surface of glass, okay? Today what we're going to do is we're going to use a carbide scribe to put a deep gouge into this piece of glass, and then I'm going to walk you through the methodology for removing that and getting the glass back to as good as new. Alright, so to get things started, here we go. Let's put in a scratch. Alright, now let's make sure we get a good angle of that. So as you can see, along the edge of the scratch, we've got chipping, little bits of chipping. This definitely catches a fingernail. I can get my knuckle to turn white before it comes out. This scratch is probably somewhere ballpark around 15 to 16 thousandths of an inch deep. We've got chipping all the way along the edge. One quick safety note before we start taking this scratch out of this piece of glass: always wear a dust mask whenever you're grinding on glass. Not a good idea to be breathing this stuff in, day out. All we're going to use is an N95 or higher rated mask. So, once I get this mask on, alright, now that I got the mask on, today what we're going to start out with, being that this is extreme damage, we're going to start out with our red disc. This is a Renu red disc, our most aggressive disc. We're doing it in the 6-inch size. So I've got my grinder with the 6-inch backing pad on it already. Put that guy on. It's just Velcro and get going. Alright, so first tip, what we're going to do now, I've been grinding here for about 45 seconds, a minute. I'm going to check the temperature of the glass, make sure it's within safe limits. We're at about 122 degrees, so that's definitely well within safe limits, no problem there. And what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you're noticing, but as I'm getting towards the top, what I'm finding is that I'm actually starting to work above my shoulder. So here's the tip and trick. Whenever you're doing this, the goal is to always keep the disc flat against the glass. So if you have to start working above your shoulder, get a step stool or something to raise your shoulder up so you're still working in your comfort zone. Now that I've got the step stool, check the temperature, I'm going to get back to work. Alright, so at this point, the scratch is actually just about out. There's just a little bit left. Been grinding now for about 25 minutes. Okay, obviously we had to edit this video because I don't think you guys want to watch a 20, 30, 40 minute video. But as you can see, I've had to feather this out and open up the repair. If the scratch was that big in the beginning, okay, I've had to open it up. Now the general rule of thumb: start on the damage, work it several times, okay? If the damage is still there, increase the area you're working. And you just keep moving in a methodic, slow, easy manner, and that's going to be pretty much all you need to do to get the damage out. One other thing to note, you'll see here on the surface of the disc, it's going to clog up with glass stock, okay? This is just very fine glass dust. All you want to do, just hit it with a wire brush, knocks it right off and refreshes the disc. Alright, so let's get back and finish this bad boy up. Alright, so now the body of the scratch is out, okay? And here, bring the camera over here. so we can see, so you can see. And what I want you to look for is, what you will see is, you're going to see the damage is out, okay? Glass is nice and hazy. And you're going to see very fine little swirl marks, okay? Don't worry, I'm going to show you how you get those out. You actually get those out in the next stage, and that's with the pre-polish. But the goal here is to see that the glass is still translucent, there's no distortion, and now we just got to, now that the damage is out, we're just going to bring it back to clarity, all right? So for this next step, we're going to use a gray disc, which is a pre-polished disc. Again, just put that on the grinder, dust mask back on, and hit it again. Alright, so now that we've pre-polished, if you come over here, take a look throughout the surface, okay? Looking around here, I mean, looking at this, you're going to see it's very uniform. Very, very uniform. No swirls. Looking nice and even. Now it's time to polish. To give a good example of a before and after, what I'm going to do is I'm going to polish an area here and leave some area that's still got a little bit of the haze, so you can see the difference between the two, and you can understand what the pre-polishing does. So to do this, the first step is I'm going to grab my polishing felt. As you can see, this one's seen a lot of glass. I'm going to go ahead and rough it up. Woo. Grab my polish spray. Make sure it's just slightly, and just get that slightly damp. Turn the speed way down. What we're looking for is the consistency of non-fat milk in this polish. So as we can see, the glass is definitely almost there, not quite, but if we look at where it has not been and where it has been polished, you can see how quickly it's polishing out. The trick on polishing, though, is to make sure, as with anything, okay, do it till you think it's done, and do it one last time. Alright, so now at this point, the center has been polished out. Let's go ahead and clean that up. And there we've got it. Alright, so what you can see is the scratch used to be right between my fingers right here. Looking through, we can see that the scratch has been out. Now, importantly, if you look at here, right here, the transition between where it was polished and where it has not been polished but just pre-polished, you can see how it just fades away. If we polish this and just continue going, we'll take it all out. So there we have it, alright? We took out some deep carbide damage today. That's the type of stuff you're going to see mostly in graffiti or really, really, really bad scratches. The total time that we spent shooting that video was about 45 minutes from start to finish. You saw, because it was so deep, we had to expand that into a pretty large area. Definitely go back and look at the video, though. One thing you'll notice is the racks in the background and the door jamb right behind the glass. If you look at that as we move from side to side, you'll notice there's no waviness, it doesn't distort or anything. That was a distortion-free repair. So thanks for watching this episode. On the next episode, we're going to be dealing with acid etch, acid etching, hard water, and some more tips and tricks. If you have any questions specific to this video, please post them on the site, guys. Thanks again for watching Restoration Revolution.